Hello, I'm Dr. Michael Robinson, the Chief Academic Officer here in East Baton Rouge Parish School System. Well, principals and teachers, we are back again for another week of updates. Thank you so much for allowing us in your classrooms, your offices, and to your schools each week. We actually have a blast doing these videos, but the most important thing is that you actually see them as beneficial to your work. I want to say thank you to the principals and to the teachers especially. Where would we be without our teachers? But for sacrificing their time to be a part of professional development in the evenings after school. So we want to thank you for that. I encourage teachers, please take advantage of these opportunities to receive professional development, which again, we want to thank our superintendent, Dr. Narcisse, and our board for approving this opportunity for our teachers. And remembering that all of this is connected to our strategic plan and the 4 cornerstones. I also want to encourage our principals, please, and teachers, we need your help relative to the grading system. We're asking you, please, 2 grades per week. Once again, I want to encourage our teachers and principals alike to please look at the scope and sequence for each content area to ensure that we are following that with fidelity. And then looking at the data that we're receiving from ANET, from Dreambox, through Amplify. Also, please make sure that we are using that data, disaggregating that data, drilling down to specific students within our building, because we want to make sure that in the end, that we actually are moving achievement around math and science.
Good morning and welcome East Baton Rouge Parish School System. Bienvenidos a otra excelente semana. We'd like to go ahead and welcome you all with some great reminders and updates. We're continuing to focus on our accommodations for our English learners. Please remember that accommodations should be done by a committee. We should make sure that they are child-specific, and of course, we should have all proper signatures according to each EL accommodation checklist. Also, let's remember to keep focusing on rigor for our ELs. It's very important that our ELs get great complex text in all their classes. We have to make sure that we understand what complex text is, and we are raising the bar for our ELs. Thus, in every content area, we have to ensure that we are focusing on standards and those scopes and sequences. Thank you so much for really challenging our English learners. And finally, I'd like to go ahead and give a shout out to the many schools that have had lots of A and B honor rolled as well as perfect attendance regarding our English learners. Just a few quick shout outs to Wedgwood Elementary, Audubon Elementary, Cedar Crest Elementary, and Villa Del Rey Elementary for having excellent AB honor roll as well as great perfect attendance. We'd also like to give a shout out to Westdale Middle School as well as Liberty High School for also having a great number of EL honor roll students and perfect attendance. Thank you so much, everyone, and we hope you have a great week.
Good morning. My name is Robert Garcia from the Exceptional Student Services Department for this week's updates. Teachers, we know that for the past few weeks you have conducted student progress tracking meetings with the regular education teachers, the parents, and the members of the IEP team to discuss the progress or lack of progress of your students. Please note that determining the research-based interventions and action steps to address the concerns is as important as identifying the problem. Follow up with the regular education teachers every 2 weeks to determine whether what you put in place is working or to address further concerns. Please document these activities in your student progress tracking form. We ask that administrators follow up on these activities. Administrators and school counselors, when students are referred for homebound services, the school must conduct an SBLC meeting to determine whether the homebound is the appropriate placement. During this meeting, the school must indicate all the interventions that have been tried before prior to making this decision. Interventions can include modified day or the use of work packets. Also, students must be enrolled in their home school prior to making this decision. If you do have some questions, concerns, please do not hesitate to contact your school's instructional support specialist or the Exceptional Student Services Department at 929-8600.
Bienvenue, bienvenido, ayan, welcome, gratissimum. In other words, welcome to the World Language and Immersion family. In our global world, being able to communicate with a language other than our native tongue, being exposed to different culture, to see ours from a different perspective, are without any doubt very important ingredient offering us wider opportunities to succeed in life. The East Baton Rouge district and its 97 world language teachers in 28 different schools coming from all over the world offered to their students, K through 12, 5 different languages via 2 different programs, the World Language Program and the Immersion Program. Let's not forget that learning a second language will boost the student brain power, will increase his understanding of his own language, will improve his listening skill as well as his attention span, will make him a better problem solver, and will increase his global awareness and understanding, and will have him scoring higher on his standardized test in math and ELA. So, without any further delay, I want to say merci, muchas gracias, sheche, danke schön, gratias tibis, thank you. Wishing you all a beautiful school year.
Good afternoon, EBR. I'm Justin Robichaud with the Math Department. I'd like to thank the over 150 math educators that joined us for our first after-school PD session in early November. Thank you so much for attending, and we want to register you for the second round of our after-school PD, which is coming up on November 16th. Make sure to visit our Frontline COVID Learning Loss Professional Development page for all of those math times. And as a reminder, every math session is virtual, and every math session is broken up by grade level specific bands. So all of our kindergarten teachers are planning with kindergarten teachers, all of our 8th grade teachers are planning with 8th grade teachers, as well as our Algebra 1, Algebra 2, and Geometry teachers. As we near the end of this first semester, we also want to make sure that all of our math teachers end the year right and finish on our pacing calendar. Please make sure that we are looking at our pacing documents as found on Canvas, as found on the lesson plan template, and by following the website below, bit.ly/EBR math pacing. That will take you to our pacing calendars to ensure that we end this first semester on pace. As for Dreambox, we want to recognize our top performing schools for the beginning of November. In October, we had 25 schools that averaged 5 lessons or more. This month alone, we have 40 schools that are meeting that mark. This month, there were so many schools averaging 5 lessons or more that we couldn't say all the names. Instead, Dr. Seals should be displaying the names as I keep talking about Dreambox. Congratulations to this school. Excellent job so far, and keep up the good work. As always, please feel free to email me at jrobichaud@ebrschools.org. And thank you for doing everything that you do to make EBR a great place to learn and work.
Greetings from the Fine Arts Department. This week, we would like for you to remember just a few things that will be happening in our district for the first month of December. The Student of the Year reception and award ceremony will be December 8th at 6 p.m. This will be held at the McKinley Middle Magnet Auditorium. If you have not sent in your Student of the Year portfolio information, as well as their t-shirt sizes, please do so by the end of the day today. Also, we are excited to announce our Winter Wonderland that will take place Friday, December 10th. Within the next few days, you should be receiving information about a district-wide toy drive as well as a food drive. This event is open for all students in our district as well as all people in our community. At this event, we will have Santa Claus, creative activities, we will have outsources of vendors who will be there to celebrate the holiday season. Also, we will end the event with our first annual ballet. If you have any questions concerning that, please feel free to call our office. Thank you.
Hello. We would like to thank you for your participation in the COVID Learning Loss professional developments that have been taking place throughout this semester. We've received great feedback regarding the quality of the sessions that have been offered. Coming soon are professional developments intended specifically for grade levels based upon district data. Remember, these sessions are intended to improve teaching and learning practices. So please encourage your teachers to participate in the upcoming sessions that are deliberately planned for each grade level in each content.
Hello everyone, this is Chanel Duff, the Director of Teacher Effectiveness, with a few updates for the remainder of the month of November. Just a reminder that for all new teachers, please mark your calendar for November 30th. We will have an after-school professional development at Jefferson Terrace, so please check your brochures to determine the date, time, as well as the topic that will be discussed. Believe me, teachers, it will be worth your time. Also, this is thank you to all of the schools who participated and contacted me in regards to coming out to visit their school, as well as performing professional development on their campuses. I want to say definitely a special shout out to Glen Oaks High School. Their mentor teachers reached out for support, as well as how to continue to help implement certain strategies inside of the classroom for their first year teachers. Also, thank you to River Oaks, Highland Elementary, and Magnolia Woods for reaching out for me to come in and observe their teachers to give them feedback and data. So thank you once again. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone, and enjoy your holiday.
Greetings from the East Baton Rouge Parish School Science Department. This week, we'd like to give a special shout out to Southeast Middle, Park Forest Middle, and Westdale Middle. These three middle schools have had the most consistent data in Amplify as it pertains to their pre-tests, post-tests, and critical junctures. Thank you so much for your work and your dedication. Also, middle school teachers, remember that you do have Amplify access digitally. The things that the district wants to see you use specifically and within the Amplify platform are the critical junctures, the pre-unit assessments, and the post-unit assessments. It is important that you use this venue in order to get your grades and in order to track the students. It will allow you to be able to put them into RTI groups, and it will also group them based on their ability. Please, moving forward, use that feature within Amplify. Do not do it as a paper and pencil test or anything else. Use the Amplify resource for students to complete their pre-tests, critical junctures, and post-tests. As it pertains to elementary pacing, elementary teachers, please look in Canvas and take a look at the pacing guides that have been set for you. These pacing guides are not a daily pacing. They are set so that you could have at least 2 to 3 lessons done per week. Please take a look at those things. Do not feel rushed, but please follow the scope and sequence. As it pertains to scope and sequence, teachers in K through 2, please remember that at this point, you should be approaching Unit 2 or in the middle of Unit 2. Teachers in grades 3 through 5 should also be in Unit 2 and moving towards finishing Unit 2 by the time we leave for the Christmas holidays. Also, just to let you know, Amplify is working on creating and giving you guys the assign feature that they have for the middle school. Balancing Forces in the 3rd grade was a beta unit that started the testing of using the assign features. Many of those high-end features that we have in the middle school Amplify resource will be available next year for the elementary. For middle school science, each of your classes should be beginning Unit 4. Within Unit 4, you should be able to move through and be able to complete this by our Christmas holiday. This way, our students would have completed half of the 8 units that they must complete before they go into their LEAP 2025 testing. For our high school science classes, you all should be in Unit 3 and completing Unit 3. Everyone except for biology. Our biology teachers should be in Unit 2, covering genetics and heredity. This will be the midway point in your 4 units so that you're able to complete all 4 prior to our LEAP 2025 testing. Once again, I'm going to mention that we have a STEM Spring Challenge. The information for this challenge will be going out in December. It is available to all grade level bands from pre-K through 12th grade. This spring's challenge is called Operation Lifeline. To get more information and to sign up, you can go to bit.ly/EBR Spring STEM, all capital letters. In this area, you'll be able to look at the different challenges as well as sign up for your school. This is a district-wide initiative, and we'd like to see participation from all schools across the district. We will have outside vendors who will be judging and looking at these projects, and prizes will be provided. In the month of February, we will have our Math and Science Mardi Gras Mambo. February 24th is the day that everyone should set aside because we will be having a Math and Science night across the district. All schools will receive information in January as it pertains to how this should look in their school site. I look forward to seeing all of the wonderful things you guys can do with your Math and Science family night, themed with our favorite holiday, Mardi Gras. Thank you to all of the teachers who have been attending the science trainings. On November 16th, we will be looking at assessments again. Those of you who participated in the K through 5 sessions can go into the part 2 of the session on the 16th. If you did not participate in part 1, you still can participate in part 2. Once you participate in part 2, you'll be able to sit down and write assessments together and look at the Illuminate and Amplify platforms to fit best for your classes. For the 6th, 8th grade band, this will be a repeat of the actual PD from the 2nd. So if you missed out on the 2nd, please sign up for the November 16th Science Assessment Session. Again, thank you for all that you do for the children of East Baton Rouge Parish Schools. I look forward to seeing all of you in the coming weeks as we'll be moving around the district to help you with all of your science curricular needs.
And last but not least, our word of the week, which is integrity. No matter who we are and in what capacity we serve, if we do not possess integrity in the work, people are not going to believe in who you are. They're not going to listen to you. They're not even going to learn from you. Thank you so much for allowing us again to come into your schools, into your offices, into your classrooms. Have a fabulous week.